Hello, Slothrin and adult fans of LEGO. It's time for another episode of Sloth City. So kick back and relax and join me in visiting the new citizens and vehicles in Sloth City. So let's go ahead and take a look at them right now. And the first citizens and vehicles, if we pan over, are here in front of the museum and the rock and mineral shop, and they are getting ready to have a street race because, of course, Sloth City is known for its street races, cheerfully and colorfully started on the main street of town, because we don't really have any traffic regulations here, and people are colorful and fun like that in Sloth City. And so we have a colorful and fun motorcycle with a colorful and fun electricity lightning bolt pattern on his most excellent motorcycle. And next to him, there is his friend on a four-wheeler of some sort. And, of course, you can drive those here because, as I said, we don't have regulations about that. We try to encourage safety, though. So I am glad to see that they have both chosen to wear helmets. And this fellow apparently does this like in a semi-professional sort of capacity. I don't know, but he has himself a sponsor. He is being sponsored by the Vita Rush Juice Company, and I think that that is a most excellent thing to do. I would love to have a sponsor myself, but I am not willing to let a sponsor dictate to me the content of my channel. And so there probably aren't going to be any sponsors here. But good for those who want to do that and do not mind fitting into the regulations of what other people dictate for content. Good for them. He, of course, is not creating content. He is just appearing in a video, so he is not worried about that. What else do we have going on with new citizens? Over here, we have Haley and Brickanic and the most excellent dog Parker. And I think I introduced you to them, but they hadn't been added to Sloth City yet. So here they are on the bus with Bob from Robin Hole Builds and his Fabuland friends. And Brother Buttchop has joined them and is giving them a guided tour of the city with all the inside scoop, all the exciting and colorful information, because Buttchop has been here long enough to know all that stuff. Over here, if we take a look at my most excellent Capes and Cowls Cafe, started by superheroes, for superheroes, it is starting to pick up speed here in Sloth City, although the video I did on it yesterday or the day before has not picked up speed and does not have many views. So I'm making you look at it again because you didn't look at it enough the first time. So here we have one of our rock monsters who is coming to get himself some cupcakes, because although it is run by superheroes for superheroes, that doesn't mean that they are exclusive. They do like to have anybody who wants to come in. They want to make friends. They are not holding themselves aloof. And over here, I promised you in the next video you would get to see some of the other superheroes who are out and about in the streets of Sloth City. We turned up one. Batman looks like he might have a hangover, but he is here at the Capes and Cowls Cafe. He's probably going to go in and get himself some coffee to fortify himself after a night of partying. So there is that. But, of course, that can't be all. That's not the only reason why I brought you here, right? No, of course that's not all. Take a look at this, Slothrin and adult fans of LEGO. This is the most excellent Copter transport set that LEGO has ever made, bar none, in time, #1, fabulous, absolutely perfect. It doesn't matter what kind of base plates you have. This is a copter transport that will fit on those streets. It is only 4 studs wide, and yet look at the detail that they were able to create. Look, it's got this awesome black and red and yellow color scheme. It's got the right angles going on. It's got a grille. It's got lights. It's got bumpers. It's got knobbly tires. It's got wheels in 2 different sizes, just like trailers would in cases like this. And it has this most excellent and fabulous helicopter that, with its simplicity and its clean lines, can stand up on its hind legs and put to shame any of the new helicopters. It is just beautiful. The color scheme is carried throughout, even down to the little control sticks and the interior there. All of this, I think, is so absolutely beautiful and lends such color and such style to the streets of Sloth City. The number of this set is 6357, by the way, for those of you who might want to look it up for yourself. But just look at such simple parts used in such a clever way to create things like smokestacks. All right, that one is just a little bit chewed up. But of course, I got this used, and I got a wonderful deal on it. And I don't care that it's a little worn. Obviously, if you're, driving a semi around and transporting all sorts of stuff hither and yon, sometimes your smokestack might, get bunged up a little bit. These things happen. And we have 2 new citizens for Sloth City. They both seem to be dressed in Soultown uniforms. But they will make excellent additions to the city, because the driver is going to be able to use his semi not just to transport the helicopter, which is hardly a job in itself. He will also be able to take on all kinds of jobs transporting all sorts of things in Sloth City. Look at those wonderful taillights. Aren't those nice? And the helicopter with the wonderful helicopter pilot, he is going to be able to go into the skies of Sloth City if he wants to and fly around above the town and look down like a bird on the wonderful city. Just ignore the lighting. But won't that be awesome? So that is what I wanted to show you, my dear Slothrin and dear adult fans of Lego. The awesome, awesome, awesome helicopter transport that I am so proud of that I just have to make you take one more look at it before we wrap up this video. There we go. So, thank you for coming to this episode of Sloth City. I hope you have enjoyed this episode of Sloth City and will be joining me on the next most excellent Sloth City update. Because here in Sloth City, things are always colorful, things are always happening, and we are always happy to have you here. But until then, I hope that you have a most excellent and in focus day, because I don't know, I'm just not going to be in focus anymore. So bye.